Mondays with Monica Marie Jones and Monica Blaire. The Monicas today are sharing all things creativity and motivation. So we got so deep into our juicy emotional discussion that I had to bring it on back. And I promised you we talk about transformation, but not just yet, because I want to give you a special audiovisual treat. Monica is going to give us a live performance and jazz session. So call everybody in the house around you. Tell them to come, pull up a chair, because you don't get this everywhere. And,
all right, let's see.
And be the light.
All right, so this is a portion of a song called Rocket.
Are you going to do it right now?
Yes.
Let me know.
Oh, what's up?
See, they're getting excited behind the scenes.
What's up?
Right on set.
I ain't ready yet.
You not ready?
No.
Come
I'm working on it right now.
Oh, you want a video? Okay, so they want a videotape behind the scenes. If you are just tuning in, you are listening to the Monica Blaire and Be the Light, and we are getting ready for a live performance.
This is so hilarious.
And people are coming. Paparazzi is everywhere. They're videotaping.
All right.
Okay, well, let me put my camera on too then.
Okay, so you gotta wait till say 3, 2, 1, then you gotta start, right?
3, 2, 1. Who does
See
that?
how
Like
much fun
contact?
we have on this show.
3, 2, 1 contact. I'm ready though. Come on, let's do it.
Let me try to capture.
2.
Wait, we ain't ready yet. Hold on. Let me get the button.
What's?
I just learned how to do this.
The joys of show business.
All right. High profile, young, lost hood child. Tell me what you see. I wanna know what you're looking at, darling. My inside's killing me to tell you that you're free. Emancipate yourself. These oceans of force, depression suppress your reality. Don't believe the hype, no. Please just remove your blinders and learn to love who you see. 'Cause you're a rocket and you're on fire, ready to take us so much higher. Woo!
I'm sorry, was he just done, honey? That
What?
was
Can we get
great.
What?
Tell us about
Where's
that
that?
song. Where can we find that? Where can we listen to that?
Ooh.
Do it again! Do it again!
Honey.
Take the tablet. No, you can't find it yet. We're working on it. It's coming.
Man, my shirt
It's coming
come
down
on my pants.
down the pipe. But yeah.
So you got it here first, or almost first, I don't know. This exclusive Rocket by Monica Blaire. So that means you need to go on monicablaire.com and be ready for the moment that drops. But in the meantime, why don't you do what I did and go on Google Play and download Only You, her first single. It was only, wait a minute, no, tell us, how much was that? How much is that single to download?
Is it only 99 cents?
Only 99 cents! Oh my goodness, you don't have any excuse.
If y'all not from Detroit, y'all don't understand it.
Y'all
They
better
don't
understand
understand
that.
Only
I got chills and goosebumps. If you're just tuning in, you missed it. But maybe we'll load it up for you later. We just got a live performance from Monica Blaire, and that just changed the energy in the whole studio. I don't even want to get back into the deep discussion that we started,
We'll
but
get back into the discussion.
we shall continue. So, as you know from the bio I posted on social media, from my intro, Monica is an artist. She is a singer, a dancer, an actress, so many things. And I think I even saw some visual art on one of your pages.
I am a
Is
visual
that you?
artist, but that's my little soft spot where I be like, I don't want to show
Honey,
anybody.
it's like a baby.
Coming into it
It's like
though.
a baby. Like, yeah. Okay, so tell us, and it's funny because I just feel this in the atmosphere everywhere now, this state of transformation. I even read something the other day that says, this is actually my horoscope, but it was like your time. It's not a new chapter. It's about to be a new book.
Yeah.
So tell us, what is this transformation that you are going through?
I think when you are creative, you always come to a point where you want to re-examine, the initial goals that you had for yourself. Once you meet them, or once something else happens and then you're inspired in a different way, you have to rethink how you're going to approach it. And I think that there was a time when talking about love and talking about spirituality and that kind of thing was not really happening in music, not really happening in shows. And I think now it's happening in abundance. And so now it's like I'm just re-examining my approach. And I still want to talk about the same things, and I still want to inspire people to be great and be themselves and to be authentic and continue to, work through, my own kind of catharsis. But I want it to look a little different. I want it to sound a little different. And I want it to be a closer representation of what it is I set out to do initially.
Okay.
So it's really just about getting closer to the goal and closer to the idea of really showing love. Really, this is so hard for me to articulate sometimes. Really operating out of the core and the center of yourself. And so with that, what I take in and what I study has changed a little bit. And then so that the output can be a little bit different. So.
And that's one of the best questions somebody ever asked me was, who are you at your core? That's a question that makes you take pause, because we don't always take the time to do that. Even as I was on the way here and I listening to your music and I thought about your performances, it's so hard to just put it into one genre. You can't just say it's R&B. You can't just say it's soul or neo soul. So and as you can tell, I love to make up my own words, terms, and phrases. So if you had to give it a genre, what would you call your music? Because like I said, your performance is an experience. You can't just call it a concert. So tell us, if you had to make up a word or a term or a movement that encompasses your music, what might that be?
That has been the challenge of my career, is to really figure that out. We kind of went with R&B, hip hop, soul, because sometimes you catch me in a blue moon and I rap, and then I love really like the percussiveness of hip hop, and love soul, and R&B have those little R&B moments. I think it's just real music, real meaning that I am being real about, the things that I'm writing and singing about. They're very, deeply personal. And then musical, because it is music. I think that we're moving into an area where we need to kind of let the definitions fall back a little bit, because sometimes it can dampen the experience. If you say R&B, hip hop, soul, you're like, I'm thinking, that person is thinking their definition of R&B, hip hop, soul, versus actually saying, hey, let me just experience this music and then let me put it where I feel it should go. And I know that makes it hard from a branding standpoint. It makes it hard when you're taking stuff to radio stations and that whole thing. But it just allows for an experience. And that's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in people experiencing this music, experiencing whatever it is I'm putting out artistically.
And that's what always comes to mind when I think of you. I couldn't even promote like R&B singers. I'm just like, it's an experience, y'all. When I tell people they have to see you perform, it's an experience.
And that's the goal, is to make it more all-encompassing, so that you come to the show, so that you come and get an experience. And then that can be the dialogue that you have. You have this visual and this sonic dialogue that you didn't necessarily have, just by listening to music, or even just by watching visuals on a screen. And that's where this artistry, these layers come in to really kind of make things multimedia, make things kind of draw things out from different areas and put them together in new and different ways. This is a puzzle.
And it's so important too, because that's how we learn. People learn, some people are visual, some people are tactile, some people are auditory. So why not make an entertainment experience encompass all of those things? Tap into every sense, So speaking of performance, I just, over the years, I've always wanted to just go to a straight up Monica Blaire concert. Like, I want to go to Shane Park or somewhere and just see, I've seen you open, I've seen you perform, I've seen different things. But tell us, where can we come? What's next? What's down the line?
Well, right
now,
now,
just have a whole Monica Blaire experience.
But right now, I'm currently working on new music,
Mm-hmm.
And really revamping my show and my idea of how I present my music.
Mm-hmm.
So there aren't really any shows right now, but I am hosting lots of things. I know that I'm hosting a Rock the Runway at Campus Martius. Not
Okay.
Campus Martius. That's wrong. At the African World Festival, which is actually at the African American History Museum.
Gotcha.
So I'm doing more hosting, things like that, pursuing acting more.
Yes.
So, you'll see me on a TV screen near you
Mm-hmm.
or a movie screen near you. So those things are happening right now, and that's the transition, that's the phase. And you'll definitely be hearing from me.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely
So
hearing from me.
while you're in this transition, of course, we're going to all buy your single, right? But what are some other ways we can support you? What are some other, as your fans, as your whatever, how can we support you?
Well, come through and visit me because I'm on social media, so everything that I do is always posted on social media. And when I do have a show, when I am hosting an event, when I am acting, when I am doing my thing, you'll be able to see it there. So I'm on Instagram. I'm at MB The Light on Instagram. MBTHELIGHT The Light on Instagram. And I'm actually MB The Light on Twitter. I believe I'm MB The Light on Facebook. I think I'm MB The Light across the board.
Consistency and branding, huh?
So Google me at MB The Light, and I'll pop up and become a fan. Hopefully you're an artist too, or you're doing something creative and interesting, and I can follow you back, and
Speaking
and I'll
of
post.
And be the light, I want to share a quote from our good friend Howard. I always ask people who know of my guests, give me a thought, give me a word.
Oh,
and
wow.
this is what he sent me.
Okay.
This one is a little different. Hers came to me more as a more visual than just words. I see her as this multicolored flame. Some days blue, some orange, red, green, etc. But always hot. Relevant out here. And I guess the colors represent her creative glow.
Bro!
That time I had to drop the phone.
Wow!
And I'm like, yes, because he didn't even know that the overall theme of my show was going to be about the light that shines from the inside out. And so that, just across the board, that is definitely what you exude. What do you have to say about that, or might you be speechless?
Wow, I got your $50 after that. No, I think that was a wonderful description. I think that I'm, some people say it's a little transient because it is just kind of this creative thing that kind of hops from thing to thing. A friend of mine the other day, he called me Blaire the Explorer, like Dora the Explorer. So there is this kind of consistency with me wanting to kind of go in these different areas and let me see what's over here and let me see what's over there. And so then I'm liking it to cooking. Like my cabinet grows, my seasonings and my flavors and my depth of flavor and the layers grow as I kind of grow and explore. And I think that was very accurate. I never would have been able to put it like that, but that was very accurate. That it's always consistent. The thing that's consistent is the energy.
Yep.
But the context is always a little different every time.
And watching you is like a light show or fireworks. You're like, ooh, Even, I'm sure you could read it through the camera right now, even if you never see it. Well, you did see a performance if you've been tuning into the whole show. But yeah, it's definitely like that.
Oh my gosh.
So another thing we do, Monica, as we're getting ready to wrap up, because I could just talk to you all day, is we give these different tips every week. Now, we've given our relationship tip. Mm-hmm. We also do a business tip, a fitness tip, and a finance tip. So I want you to think about that. I'm going to share a business tip that I had from last week, and it reminds me of you. I like to tie it together because it's about the power of storytelling. Okay. A lot of times our style, how we present ourselves, our music, and I know your music does tell a story. And I don't think people realize how powerful their stories are. So this tip is, and it's a business, it doesn't sound like it, but it's a business tip. If you don't touch people emotionally, persuasion will never happen. And that's from Carmine Gallo. And it's like, we are persuading people, whether it's to be more motivated or inspired or to buy our books or to buy our music or to make that sale. It's all persuasion in some way. But it rarely happens if we don't touch people emotionally. And what really stood out again to me is from him, I was listening to a podcast, and he said, instead of asking somebody, what do you do? Or what are you passionate about? Why not ask them, what makes your heart sing? If you feel moved to answer that question, you can, but you don't have to. I know, I put so much on my guests on the spot. But, it's true. If you really want to make that sale or make that relationship or friendship or business relationship or partnership work, it's about touching people emotionally. Yeah. Don't be afraid to tell your story. Someone needs to know that they're not alone. Yeah. Someone needs to be entertained and touched and motivated and inspired by what you do. So any thoughts to that tip or any other business, finance, or fitness tips that come up for you as I babble on?
I think that was amazing, just because I think that oftentimes we're afraid of emotionality. And emotionality, especially in a creative business, is kind of weird because sometimes it can get in the way of us being professional. Mm-hmm. So there is kind of a balance that you have to strike there. But really being able to, and I think that goes back to vulnerability and being authentic. Mm-hmm. When you're authentic, kind of everything is in check and you're kind of, tooling along right here so that even if, there are emotional highs and lows, you're able to really kind of come back to your center. Mm-hmm. So I think that it's huge to be able to light a fire in somebody else. Yes. And what I do is about that. What I do is about inspiring people to go out and be better people, to be, I want you to be the best you that you possibly can be. Mm-hmm. And I want to be the best me that I can possibly be.
Yeah, and what you just said, vulnerability, that makes me think of letting go of control. And then leads to another one of my very important business and life tips, which is trust the process. I hope you guys are writing this stuff down. You're not going to get this everywhere. Man, we could go on and on, but we only have 5 minutes, and I want to again let our listeners know how we can reach you. She could sing, but I always think we could play some of her music, but I want to use the rest of this time just for you to feel that fire, to feel that experience of Monica Blaire. So what do you think?
I don't know, guys. I mean, let's rock it. Let's rock it. I don't know. He over there.
Well, while they are going back and forth, harassing her behind the scenes, I will tell you that you can find Monica Blaire at monicablaire.com. That's Blaire with an E on the end.
MONICABLAIRE.
Okay? Check out her website. Download her new single. Check out her. She's on YouTube.
Yeah,
she's on Instagram.
Single. Only You.
Yeah, can we pull that up? Okay, that is we're gonna talk until that happens, but that is how we're gonna end the show with her new single Only You, and hopefully you will all go out and download it after you hear it. Now we can get that on Google Play.
You can get it on Google Play. I think that it is on iTunes, all those wonderful places.
Yes, but just Google it, you'll find it.
Amazon Music.
And right on her website, if you go on monicablaire.com, right there on the homepage, it'll give you the option to just click, and download it through the different avenues, if you will. Okay, so make sure we have all this. We have stuff on Instagram from today, from Twitter. But I want you to follow her. That's a great way to support our artists, is by increasing their following on social media. That comes with power. That gives leverage to business and to music.
And support independent artists. Support artists that are actually out here representing you. Mm-hmm. And support artists that are giving the messages that you want to hear. It's really easy to support what's on the radio and what's being pushed and kind of pumped into our ears. And that's beautiful. Some of that is beautiful, magical, wonderful stuff. At the same time, it's really important to push a platform outside of the norm. Yeah. Because what is normally happening kind of will always be what is normally happening. But an opportunity to really go in and do something different and do something new and support an idea and a concept that is different from what the norm is really what it's all about. It's really about enlightening people to, the difference.
And you know what I was thinking about, too, on the way here? I always love when young women can look to someone and be inspired. I'm just about to pull it up on my phone. How about that? Okay. Oh, and I have one more message to make before we go. I can. Yes, I have one more. Okay. So I'm thinking about young women who aspire to be entertainers, and they may see things now on TV and say, "Oh, maybe I need to get booty shots, or maybe I need to have really crazy lyrics." But
Squats, not shots.
I love it. Squats, not shots. But what I love is that they can look at you and they can see you can talk about men in a positive light. You can have this style, this flair, and I love that because I always think about young women coming up and what they have to look to. So I appreciate that about you as an artist. So we are going to go to a break.
I should give a tip for young people.
Do you have any tips for young women?
Tips for young women. You know, the main thing is to love you. That's the best possible thing you can do for everybody involved. Is to really, really love you. Make a decision about what you want in your life and go after it. And everything you need will show up.
Yes. And that brings us full circle to the beginning and the theme of our show, which is believe in you and others will too. All right. I'm going to give you a snippet of Only You, and then we're going to go to a video, Set Me Free. You better play it on your phone, Monica. We'll see you. He just gave me the eye, the evil eye. Just a little snippet. Guess what? You want to hear anything else? Oh, I can play it? Hey! Oh, yes.
He went back for that pic.
I would be alright. This is so true. Come on. You mean the world to me. Alright, I'm done. So make you my everything. Oh, baby. No matter what storms, this is the wind that it won't prevail. Every time it never fails, baby, I'm staying. Give me my dream. Give me my everything. Give me my sunshine without the pain. Forget about the rain. Whenever you're by my side, as long as you stand right there, I'll be okay. It's only you. That ride out. It's only you. All right, sweetie, you.
I'm a backup dancer.
You. If I could design, baby, I would be your wife. This is so true. I know that you feel the same. The way you look at me, the way you talk to me, never go away. Never leave me, baby. Regardless of what they say, forget about how they try to hate. I love you forever and a day, baby. I'm staying. Give me my dreams. Give me my everything. Give me my sunshine. Without the pain. Do we go away? Forget about the rain. Whenever you're by my side, as long as you stand right there, I'll be okay. It's only you. Alright, I think that's it.
All right. That's dedicated to all my boos.
Now you gotta do it like this.
Y'all know who y'all are. Thank you for listening to Motivation Mondays with Monica Marie Jones and Monica Blaire. We'll see you next week at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you check out MonicaBlaire.com, UrbanNationRadio.com. Follow us all on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and all that good stuff. See you next week, and let your light shine from the inside out. That was fun.
I'm gonna wait till that song goes out in the
Oh, wait, so I need to turn this back up then.
I mean, I just ain't want to shut them down like that. I ain't want to shut them down like that. Is that bad?
No.
Look, it's okay. Monica, can you please, Monica Blaire, can you please look out so people can see you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Brought us back to life.
Oh, I didn't know. You know you gotta say something.
After the show, outtakes. Bloopers and outtakes. The rest will be on YouTube.
With you.
Okay, that's hot. That's hot.
Body rolling.
Bam, now we're gonna go back to this.
Woo! That was so fun. All right, we gotta take next shot.
It's my jam right here.
Oh, look, I thought that was him playing that. That was my phone. Oh gosh.
Okay. Now we're gonna play this, and then I'm gonna play it back.
Okay, so if anybody missed it, they can tune in and see the whole show again.
Yeah. Cool. Play it back until 4 o'clock as I play this video. And I'm gonna take your picture.
That's okay.
4:45. Okay.
Monica, anything you want to say your own video? Both Monicas, actually.
What?
Since your video's still going, anything you want to say?
Yo, 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 yo. This your girl, MB.
You? I know, right? You got anything you want to say?
I'm MJ.
I just had to be like
Let me
extremely
ask you a
hip hop
question.
and
Right.
We did a concert in the park for the community. Would you come?
Define come.
Sing. I mean, come.
Okay.
Right, perform or support you.
You want me to
Like,
show up with a t-shirt on? Like, yeah,
Right.
bro? Like, what do
No,
you...
I mean, once you come up, because we're putting a concert on Poetic with our morning
Oh,
show.
yeah.
It's putting together people to come by and sing so we can get our community on.
I mean, when would this be? Because I'm really not in performance mode right
Somewhere
now.
in August.
I'm not going to say yes. What I'm going to say is I'm going to think about it.
That's fine.
All right.